No, we're not. We can chump block. That's so disgusting. That's just a casual 10-7. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are playing Mono Black, the top ranked Mythic deck for June 2020 season. This comes to us by Witch. This guy is an absolute madman in the MTG Arena crafting zone. He is always making not only the best decks, but reaching the top ranks with them too. So it's not only enough to have some of these decks, but you've got to put in the time and you've got to grind those matches out because there are a lot of people competing for that top spot. And he was powerful enough or legendary enough, mythic enough if you will, to reach the #1 spot with this Mono Black deck. So I'm really looking forward to bringing it to you guys' attention, showing you how to play it, get the most out of it, all the things like that, right? So if you find any value within this video, give me a thumbs up, share it out to a friend. Let's get right into it. Mono Black Aggro consists of 4 copies of Gutterbones, a skeleton warrior that is a 2/1. It enters the battlefield tapped. We can pay 2 to return Gutterbones from our graveyard to our hand. Activate this ability only during your turn and only if your opponent has lost life this turn. 4 copies of Knight of the Ebon Legion. This is a 1/2 vampire knight. We can pay 3. Knight of the Ebon Legion gets +3/+3 and gains death touch until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Ebon Legion. 4 copies of Serrated Scorpion. When Serrated Scorpion dies, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. It's just a regular creature scorpion and it is a 1/2. Onto our 2-drops, we have a single copy of Grasp of Darkness, an instant. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. So this is a nice way to deal with indestructible creatures. 4 copies of Eliminate, an instant, destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less, so that's really versatile. Blacklance Paragon, a 3/1 human knight with flash. When it enters the battlefield, target knight gains death touch and lifelink until end of turn, and that can be him, so we can flash block, put death touch and lifelink on him for the removal and a little bit of sustainability through the life gain. Onto our 3-drops, we've got 4 copies of Rotting Regisaur. This is a 7/6, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you must discard a card. 4 copies of Demonic Embrace, an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets +3/+1, has flying, and is a demon in addition to its other types. You may cast Demonic Embrace from your graveyard by paying 3 life and discarding a card in addition to paying its other costs. Onto our 4-drops, we have 3 copies of Rankle, Master of Pranks, a fairy rogue legendary creature 3/3 with flying and haste. Whenever Rankle Master of Pranks deals combat damage to a player, you get to choose any number of these. Each player discards a card, each player loses 1 life and draws a card, each player sacrifices a creature. So that's a very high value card. Spawn of Mayhem, this is a 4 cost, however we can cast it for 3 with Spectacle if we've done damage to our opponent this turn, which is really cool. It has flying and trample, it's 4/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, Spawn of Mayhem deals 1 damage to each player. Then if you have 10 or less life, put a +1/+1 counter on Spawn of Mayhem. So very high value there as well. These spells are accompanied by 20 Swamps and 4 Castle Locthwains, which we can pay 4 to draw a card and then lose life equal to the number of cards in our hand. We're also playing Traditional today, which means best of 3, so we've brought a sideboard with us. It consists of 2 copies of Disfigure. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. 4 copies of Duress. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land, non-creature card from among it, and that player discards that card. 2 copies of Soul Guide Lantern. When it enters the battlefield, exile target card from a graveyard. We can tap it, exile each opponent's graveyard, or pay 1 and tap it to sacrifice it and draw a card. Each one of those taps is to sacrifice it, I should say. 2 additional Grasps of Darkness, and then 4 Noxious Grasp. Destroy target creature or planeswalker that is green or white. You gain 1 life. And a single Davriel Shadow Rogue Mage, legendary planeswalker, 3 loyalty, static ability at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. If that player has 1 or fewer cards in their hand, Davriel deals 2 damage to them and then -1 to make them discard a card. So that's the deck list, right? You can kind of see where it's headed, but if you've not been able to put all of the pieces together to map out the full synergies within the deck, that's what our next objective is here within the strategies and synergies section. So Rotting Regisaur makes us discard. This is the first thing I want to touch on. There's a few things that are better to discard than others. The first off is Demonic Embrace. because we can cast it from our graveyard by paying 3 life, discarding a card, and paying 3 mana, so we don't lose access to it. This is the same with Gutterbones. The fact that we can bring it back from our graveyard makes it a really good target to discard with either your Rotting Regisaur or your Rankle Master of Pranks, right? So that is the first set of synergies that I really wanted to touch on. Secondly, Demonic Embrace is just a nuke. You can put this on anything and it makes it a huge threat. Rotting Regisaur becomes a, I can't even say it, a 10-7, which is absolutely insane, right? Even to put it on a Blacklance Paragon, having it become a 6-2 is incredible. It can really go on anything and make it a huge threat. Obviously, we kind of want to avoid putting it on something that already has evasion through flying, such as our Rankle or Spawn of Mayhem. So it's nice to go wide. We do have chip damage through our Serrated Scorpion, and we want to flood the field in the beginning of the match with as many creatures as possible, because your opponent will probably play a Teferi, and if you only have 1 creature on the field, you're probably screwed after that point, because we don't have any haste other than Rankle for a 4-drop, and that's later on. So if we do have multiple creatures and he bounces 1, then we have the other to kill it right away, which is a key aspect of winning these games, unless you eliminate him. But then again, we're taking a full turn off, right? Again, eliminate is great. It kills Teferis, it kills Narsets, a lot of other creatures and planeswalkers as well, right? Both within the new set and old sets. It doesn't hit everything though, unfortunately, mana 3 or less, so Questing Beast is going to escape us, and that's where we want to start prioritizing our removal, because we only have 1 Grasp of Darkness main deck, and we'd like to save it to kill an indestructible creature. However, if the need is there and our back's against the wall, we can kill a Questing Beast or something like this, right? What we primarily like to do for removal that is over 3 mana is flashing in our Blacklance Paragon, just so we can give it Self, Death Touch, and Lifelink, and then we're getting the removal that way, right? Again, it's all about chip damage and then just surprising your opponent with Demonic Embrace. So go wide with the creatures and then throw your Embrace on something and smash home even harder. Your Serrated Scorpion, like I mentioned, does the chip damage, so you don't need to do all 20 with your Regi. But again, if you do get him in twice, that's 20 damage, so that should be the majority, if not all, of your opponent's health points. And then we also have chip damage through each player loses 1 life and draws a card within our Rankle, so that's helpful as well, because you should have no problem getting your opponent down. It might just be that last few damage to close them out that's tricky, right? So that's where it's really nice. Rankle also has very good synergy within Serrated Scorpion, because each opponent loses 1 life, draws a card, and then each player sacrifices a creature. We could sacrifice our own Serrated Scorpion to deal 2 more damage to our opponent, right? So there exists further synergies within Rankle Master of Pranks and Serrated Scorpion. Castle Locthwain, don't worry about your health points too much. Just make sure that you're drawing cards and having the cards to kill your opponent. It's really an aggro deck, so you don't want to play defensively with these Rotting Regisaurs. You want to attack, 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 and just maintain field superiority. That's the general go-to for this deck. It is very simple to play. Main board. Sideboard gets a little weird. Disfigure, if there is any indestructible creatures or any little creatures we like to remove, maybe an Edgewall Innkeeper comes to mind. Duress, if it's a control match, if there's any planeswalkers or shenanigans like that, go for your Duress to deal with them. Soul Guide Lantern, this takes care of like adventure spells or Uros, stuff like this, things that are being recast from the graveyard. Grasp of Darkness, further removal in case we do come up against a creature match, maybe against Gruul or something. This is very good. Noxious Grasp, anything that's green primarily, and then a lot of things that have white. If it's a Selesnya matchup, perfect. And then Davriel, Rogue Shadow Mage. I kind of like this in control matchups as well, where you can just kind of make them lose their hand and hopefully they don't have a draw engine in play, right? So that is the sideboard guide. When you are playing against the individual meta matchups, think what was bad in that matchup, what didn't work, and put in what does work. I always like to start with removal. Did he have creatures I need to remove? Yes or no? If it's yes, we put it in. If it's no, we take it out. And you kind of do that process with all the different cards in your deck, right? So this is Mono Black by which it reached Mythic #1 in June 2020, the best deck right now in Magic the Gathering Arena. We went through the deck list, we talked about all of the deck strategies and synergies. Now we're going to get into today's gameplay footage, but before we do, I have to remind you that I'm live on YouTube with our new premiere every single morning at 4:45 a.m. PST. It's a great way to chat with me live in real time along with the community. And then after that, around 6 a.m. PST, we do hop over to Twitch, where we do a 2 to 3 hour stream. And then we are in Discord for the remainder of the day. So links for all of that is in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified of our future uploads and can come back and do it all again tomorrow. Thank you guys for your continued time and attention. Your support does not go unnoticed. And Oakley dokley, no 1-drop, but we do have our pair of 2-drops and 3s, so we'll keep it. Enough land in the pocket to progress. Hopefully we get a 1-drop off the top. Negative. It's the worst thing we could have pulled. So in this deck, don't be scared to take a hand with 2 land, 3 land, right? Oof, gross. I'll just take out the draw engine immediately. Right. Harbinger's fine. Reggie blocks it. He could easily have removal though, right? Yeah. What do you do, right? Let's just spaz out. Another Reggie really helps, but this Garrick Unleash is going to be pretty nasty. Yeah.
I hope you're my
That's okay though.
Always growing.
We can flash in these Paragons. That's going to be really nice. Ooh. That's spicy. The trample here's really nice, so he does 7 damage confirmed. Or I guess 5 damage, and we gain 3 of it back, so really only 2. Not necessarily all that bad. Spawn of Mayhem comes in play. Let's just flash in, why not? No discard, and now we have our own Spawn of Mayhem.
Well, hunt's over.
Alright, so you can chump block the Reggie, trade with the Mayhem. Ooh. We're too low on life, though, to make it really work. No, we're not. We can chump block. That's so disgusting. It's just a casual 10-7. If he can get that same thing, it's the only way he'll win. Nope. He goes with the Innkeeper, and we can chump block the Reggie. That's a good game. Got him. So we don't take our Grasp for Darkness because the Harbinger has Hexproof from black. But we still need to remove it, so we keep our Blacklance in play. And then we run Eliminate so we can hit his black as well. I brought one Noxious Grasp in for his Garruk Planeswalkers. A lot of land, but we've got a really nice combo off the top. That's a lot of land, right? Demonic Embrace is one of my favorite cards within the set, though. We've seen it win us that last match, and we're going to try to execute again with it. He could have an Eliminate, though. Oh, nice. Let's try to push it. Oh, he does. Yeah. That's why I attacked and didn't try to defend. Is at least we got some value from it, right? Let's just trade with it. Nice. I'll go below 10 before him, so mine will click. This puts us very low, but we trade, hit for 5. That's really good. And then we flash our Paragon in. Nice. That's good. Oh, that's good too. Nice. Great Henge winning him the game here. If we pull another Demonic Embrace, we can win. This might work because of the Scorpion. Hold the phone. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's game. He's got no life gain. That was clutch, boys. Each player sacrifices a creature. Each player loses 1 life and draws a card. Woof. Clutch. Demonic Embrace is OP. Playing first, as always, Chronos Chris. Pretty cool name, 1 land. We've been burned by that before, so let's try to find a few more, and I guess we come up against 5. We get tossed down to 4, and that's still too many. But it's not worth getting burned on our 3rd mulligan. Pelk Collector, which we can block. Do we, or do we just go in full aggro? It's an aggro deck, not a defense deck, so let's try to do our best. We're probably gonna get out-pushed very hard, but we're gonna try. Freaking land. What would be cool if it gave us lifelink as well. That would be banging. Let's hit for 6. Ooze can't get bigger if there's no creatures in the grave. We are prone to fight effects. He could also have reach. Oh, we see it right there. Disgusting. I am absolutely appalled. It's his choice who he wants to block, Rankle or the Paragon. Personally, I'd block Rankle, but that's on him. It's a lose-lose. No matter who you block, the other side of the coin looks bad. Like now, his defender is gone, and he's down to 8. Needs another creature with reach. Oh, but this kills us. He can mine us.
Nature will take back what rightfully belongs to it.
Nice. So the deck is very powerful, but just so flimsy to any forms of removal. And all we pull is land. Gross. Noxious Grasp obviously can come in. And we will toss a Spawn, no haste. Grasp can stay, Eliminate can stay. Scorpion can go. Knight can go, Gutterbones can go. So we'll just kind of trim that lower end of the mana curve a little bit. making room for our Noxious Grasp. We're going to play first here. We do have our removal and even a 1-drop, so we shouldn't complain. We didn't have to mulligan twice, which is nice, right? It is nice he did have to mulligan a few times. That collector's fine. Let's just eat you alive. Hit for 2. Play a Reggie next turn. Okay, thanks. I'll trade with your Pelt Collector with my Gutterbones, gladly. Ooze, again, I don't mind. Wow, this sucks. Get rid of our Eliminate. We draw a land. Let's go all in. Play our Spawn of Mayhem, get rid of the Summoning Sickness. And now we have Ignotius Grasp for his defender. Right, just kind of getting screwed here on land. Oh, he does kill our Spawn of Mayhem here. That's a nice play, nice play. So we know that that's negative value for the next game. We're hitting for 9 though, so that's a thing. Oh no, we're not, because we have to discard. Man, is that ever a bummer? Still, he's going to want to block this. Really? If we can pull our Embrace, that's game. He's quite a few lands away from his Vivian still, so positive value there. He could double block here, though, which I will 100% accept. Let's strike in with both. We're hitting for 2 damage unless he double blocks. He doesn't, so the Reggie gets to stay alive. And then we'll play our other Reggie on top. Maybe he could have dealt with 1. There's no way he's dealing with 2. Again, he's just got to single block them both. Both his creatures die. So the key to winning this is going to be these Reggies getting bigger and badder than he is right out of the gate. Much quicker than him. Okay. Let's see how we make out here. We've seen that the spawns did very poorly. So let's take that out. The discard could be nice. Also just the removal. So we opt to take a few more removal spells just to clean up these creatures. It's a lot of land again, you guys, but we're going to keep it. We don't want to get screwed. He's going for Mulligan City. He's also on the play, which is nice for him. We have a little bit of removal. Always with the spell collector. Let's get Gutterbones in play. Gets a free hit for 2, whatever. We want that ooze off the field as soon as possible. Troll's got hexproof if he can get mana, so let's just take care of it now. He's down to just a few cards, and Rankle can make him sacrifice a creature, potentially, if we need. Oh, he takes our Gutterbones, good play. And our Scorpion, sure. Let's just pick up the ooze. Mayhem can block the troll pretty nicely. He does get his 3rd land now, look out. Okay, that's fine. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We know he has high value cards in hand. Right, we need rid of that Vivian. Get her out of here. We can play our Embrace from the grave with life. He has no reach and no attackers yet. We have a few life to play with. Let's get rid of that troll. I do love me a little bit of Rotting Regisaur. I'm not too proud to admit that. So 7, pretty easy. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. We should have flashed this Paragon in to block the beast real time. I think we just leave it like that though. Right, and then we would have gotten lifelink from the interaction. We have no red to worry about for an Embercleave or... Okay, so just some indestructible, that's fine. We could play our Embrace, put it on our Regi, and just like smash for an unbelievable amount of damage. Alright, you guys, we're about 10 matches in. I've finally remembered to record. And let's get after it. 2 drops into our nice 3 drops. Hopefully there's some things to remove here. And hopefully we draw our 3rd land. There it is. There's going to be a growth spiral here. And then we can all start throwing out. Main phase too. That's the biggest flex you can do on someone is a main phase growth spiral. It's like, you know what? Don't even worry about a quench. I'm just going to ramp ahead of you. I guess not, right? That's an even bigger flex. Growth spiral on someone and then back out to redo it. So we know we can get rid of a lot of our removal, right? Let's take these duresses. And, I guess we'll take our lanterns as well. He's got a hill to climb, that's for sure. Honestly, if I conceded that early into a match, I might have closed my client. We might be here for a couple of minutes, boys. Kylth is one of my favorite Gruul cards of Theros. Just the 2 chip damage plus gaining 2 life is so good. This hand doesn't look terrible. We will really rely on land drop, and we have a tapped land to start. We have to Molly. Let's keep 6, toss the land, and just ride off our draws. We do have a duress to start. Let's get our knight out first, and then we'll duress second turn. Oh my god, so much land. That's disgusting. Ooh! His hand is almost, keyword almost, because Uro is a tank. As bad as ours. And he cries right out of the gate. Woof. Woof, 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 woof. Can't cry the Regi away, though, so... You're going to have to try to deal with that. Hopefully we can pull a Demonic Embrace. Avoid any removal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Instant speed removal for 2. Eliminate. Question mark? He wants it to die, right? He needs it in the grave. And it's just another growth spiral. So he is really paying for it. This will be his 6th, which means Uro comes out. And we didn't pull our lantern in time to get rid of it. Yeah, yummy. Okay, so we've got a couple things that deal with this. Many of which we sideboarded out. Let's see if we can get lucky. Land goes, that's fine. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. He should take it and attack with his Uro. Right, just for the extra draw, even though it'll die. Having it die on attack for 3 life and a draw is better than having it die on defense to stop 7 when you're already at 24. Right. Oh, okay, he's got another. That's very, very lucky. Hashtag top deck. Two damage in. He's at 4 in the grave, including both of the Uros. Cycling goes to 5. Rankle is the best drop we could have ever gotten here. Each player discards a card. He tossed an Ugin? No way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why would he toss Ugin? He had... Does he not know how that works? Question mark. LOL. Alright, I'll take it. 4 lands a lot. Probably too many, but I mean, we do curve out, so let's just let it rip and hopefully we pull some other cards as well. Of course we pull more land. Why wouldn't we? Gross. About 2 to 3 lands is perfect for this deck. Let's go wide. Paragon has flash, which is kind of like a cheap haste.
The world yields to art, not oppression.
That's a very nice turn 3. Killing his Shali.
We live to fight another day.
We must believe in the heart of the cards. We're getting hit here pretty good, but he may keep that for defense. Right? He loses the race if he doesn't. Or maybe he just has another way to deal with it. Let's see what the play is first. Really? I'm going to keep Reggie and flash the Paragon in. I think he's got a counterspell. Scions are fine. We're still at 14.
Is the greatest virtue.
Aye, with
He
the
needs to
knowledge
defend.
direct it.
We can hit for 6 if he defends and blocks our Gutterbones.
What is my strategy here?
I think he wants his dragon to survive as the play. So, still taking a big hit for 6. And then the Scorpion, when he dies, will deal 7 and 8. We do kill the dragon as well. Let's do the same thing where we just wait and flash in our Paragon. We could have actually done both now that I read the mana correctly. Luckily, we don't have to. It should be an open and shut case here. We can also just like play our Demonic Embrace again.
Of knowledge.
So it should be no worries. Sarkon is very cool, I'll admit, but it's not enough of a field presence.
Come to me.
It does nullify my Paragons, admittedly, but yeah. We'll push one of them up so it survives.
Listen to them. Watch this.
Kills Gutterbones, kills the Paragon. Is forced to block the Paragon. Takes 1 damage. You're still at 11. Now we can bring our Gutterbones back. So, what does he have to do this turn? We can play our Embrace on our Scorpion. We could play a Sarkon on top of the Scarkon.
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
Are you ready?
Does he hit us for 8? Does he Embercleave and kill us? That would be deadly. Even some form of burn here would do it. I think we get pretty lucky. Unless he has a interruption spell here. Any bounce would do it. And then he could hit us with the flyers. He does! Nice! So I'm sure we had some misplays there. How could we not? And then hits in with the counterspell even on top of that. So let's just back out really quick and we'll try to win this in the second and third matchup. Silly us. Tricks are for kids. Grasp can go. The rest can come in because of the Planeswalkers. And let's eliminate our Gutterbones and Paragon because of their low defense or toughness, just so we can get around that Sarkon ability. Losing the first match is never good, but it's definitely not the end of the world. He's really thinking about these sideboard options, which frightens me. He's got Storm's Wrath as an option. Did he have a third color, or was it just Izzet? Did he include white for Teferi? Let's play first. We have Duress. I guess we'll just go ahead and see. 3 lands and 3 and 4 drops, so that's really nice. Let's take it easy. Gutterbones turn 1. He doesn't have a turn 1. I I think it might just be Is It, because that's what his sleeves are. Turn 2, I don't think he's got anything either. Let's flash. No, let's do it. Let's take it. Oh my lord. That's not good. Nice hand, bro. I'd say we're free and clear. Reggie is really prone to the petty theft. We've seen that, right? There's a very slim chance that he has it here. It's going to be like, what, 4 and 7 or something? Did he spend his...
Boil with
Yeah, no?
Show us. Oh,
We gotta discard those, the thing. Let's toss our Gutterbones since it comes back to the grave. Play our land. Push our Rankle in, which is a lot of fun for me. Tybalt goes down, Reggie gets blocked, and Gutterbones dies. So a net positive trade for him, I think, but our Reggie stays and Gutterbones can come back later on, so. Rankle doesn't trigger.
I guess I cracked first.
We just needed to get it off the field, though. Right now, hopefully Reggie can strike in free and clear. He's got a lot of cards that are fresh to his hand here. I wish we had another Duress. Wouldn't mind going in for another look-see. Alright, we have to toss our Paragon for the land. It is what it is. Let's hit home here. Rankle will make him discard. I think he's got a double petty theft. That would be awesome. He does indeed. That's incredible. Well, we're going to play our Rankle back on the field because I don't want to discard it. Sarkhan, that's fine.
Let us fight.
Dragon isn't the worst. Spawn can trade.
I summon you.
He needs to bounce my Spawn. He scries to the top. That's not good. It's probably just another Planeswalker. We do have chip damage here, which is nice. Let's go all in. Probably a counterspell here. Omen, he wants to draw. Counterspell question mark? Yes, sad face. No attacks. We basically just have to keep our Spawn of Mayhem to kill his Darkon. It's sad. Uh-oh. Gadrick in the house. That's not good. That is not
They
good,
are
ladies and
coming.
gentlemen. Look out. This is going to get real messy real soon. We need some removal. Alright, let's get these Gutterbones back in play. It's something, I guess. Wow. And he also has the 2 Brazen Borrowers I'd like to add. So a lot of flyers to contend with here. Rankle can trade with one of the Borrowers, I guess? Question mark.
I will call.
I just need to kill the Sarkon. We would be getting hit for 9, 10, 11, 12 though. So that's pretty dirty. Our chip damage continues to work in our favor. Let's see what we can dig out. Who doesn't like lands? Oh my lord. No attacks, sadly. We're about to get pummeled. He flashes in another Borrower. Sarkon becomes a 4/4 flyer. He could even minus to make another dragon at this point. So we're really running out of time here. Another flyer. This one with haste. Not good.
Come to me.
5 flyers. We only have 2. Are you serious with this land? That's ridiculous. What? That's a good game. The eliminate is cool. I don't think it's going to hit in time, though. Right, he can flash his other Borrower in. He just has so many flyers that we can't contend with. Brutal.
Nightmares are the palette for my
Oh, at least he got a land away from the top for us. That's nice. If he doesn't kill us this turn, he definitely can next turn.
demands power.
Cry. Let's try to kill his Sarkon in the air. Gets a demonic brace.
Is my masterpiece.
Pretty sure this match is gonzo. And he minuses instead. What a guy.
Has arrived.
What a guy. So I think he sensed that coming. I'll trade with the Borrower or the Dragon and eliminate this thing. He just straight up counters it. Very clutch. Let's see what we could have gotten. Good game. All right, you guys. This is, I think, the mono black deck that Covert Go Blue used to beat us the other day. So if you're interested in that matchup, I really recommend you check that out. It's HGG versus CGB. You can Google it and or even just search it on my channel and it'll come up right away for you guys. This deck's disgusting. Rotting Regisaur with a Demonic Embrace. Oof. That's nasty. And then we also have Gutterbones, which is a very good target for it as well, right? So this deck is mean and one of my favorite new aggro decks within the Core Set 2021 meta. And I think I'm going to be pushing this deck up at least into Diamond in the following days. So if you have any questions, make sure to reach out both in the comments below or in our Discord. I'm live on YouTube with a new premiere every single day, 4:45 a.m. PST. It's a great way to engage with me and the community live, real time, while we showcase our latest content. And then at around 6 a.m. PST, we jump to Twitch for 2 to 3 hours. And then I'm in the Discord for the remainder of the day. Links for all of that is in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, hit that bell icon, and come back again and do it all tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I cannot tell you how appreciative I am. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Those of you going above and beyond, answering the call to war, helping me out financially, you are mythical creatures. Thank you so much. Take care, enjoy, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Peace!